Men's and women's golf, both in action,
while football opens up their conference play.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown.
What's going on, Penguin Nation? I'm John Schiraldi alongside the not nearly as handsome Mike Yurstowski. Michael, how you doing today?
What a great compliment to start the show.
I do what I can to make you feel better.
I'm doing okay. I see you got another Penguin tie.
I do. This is the fourth Penguin tie in the Rick Schiraldi collection. Definitely something.
How many do you have?
4. I'm going to need to do some research here after this.
You better hit online shopping to get another one.
I do want to say, though, your hair looks phenomenal. You have sort of an Ace Ventura coif going on today, and it works for you.
I'm glad we got the hair joke out of the way early in the show.
You knew it was coming.
It was your birthday yesterday. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was. I'm feeling 22. I'm a little upset with myself. I just made a Taylor Swift reference.
Don't lie. You like Taylor Swift. You jammed her in the shower.
I will neither confirm nor deny, but you know what a great way to celebrate your birthday is, Mike?
Not hang out with you.
Close, with some women's soccer.
Oh,
let's take a look at what Coach Boateng and company were up to this past week. As I mentioned, another busy week for the soccer team. The Penguins traveled to Detroit to take on the Titans yesterday. For stats and results of the game, check out YSUsports.com. Now, taking a look at the soccer team's next 4 games, Sunday, be sure to head down to Farmers National Bank Field at 3 p.m. as the Penguins host Wright State before hitting the road again to take on NKU and Valpo.
The cross-country team is back in action this Friday at the Joe Pioni Notre Dame Invitational. For live stats and results, you can visit YSUsports.com. Good luck to Ryan Sullivan, Mackenzie Klim, and the rest of the YSU cross-country team this weekend.
The swim team kicks off their 2016 season this weekend at the Tom Stubbs Relays Invitational. They return junior distance freestyler Madison Aranda and junior mid-distance freestyler Victoria Arose. The two combined for 6 top 10 finishes at the Horizon League Championships and broke 4 school records last season. The diving team had 3 top 5 finishes as well at the Horizon League meet. They returned 3rd place finisher in the 3-meter dive, Beck Stanford. Good luck to Beck, Madison, and the rest of the swimmers this weekend.
The volleyball team opened up Horizon League play this past weekend at the Bigley Center. Saturday, the Gwins hosted the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland, who were picked to finish 3rd in the conference preseason poll. It was a big day for Sarah Varcola, though, as the sophomore led the team in kills and blocks, while Sam Brown will lead the team in digs and aces. It was tough sledding for the Gwins, however, as Oakland picked up the 3-2 victory. Brown continued her momentum into Sunday as YSU hosted the preseason favorite, Cleveland State. The senior led the team in kills once again, while Heather Splinter made her first career start at setter due to a Val Jeffrey injury. However, the Vikings would prove to be too much, winning in straight sets. Our own Elena Yema caught up with Sam and Heather after the game to figure out how they get things rolling.
Tough stretch for the last couple games. How do you guys get things back on track here?
Just during practice, keep working hard, keep being aggressive, and pushing the other teams in the conference.
I think that we really focus on it during practice. This year I think is a lot different because in the game we don't feel like we're losing. We have really high energy and positivity, and I think that keeps us going and looking forward to the next game.
How difficult is it to play in the Horizon League?
I think over the past couple of years all the teams have been very good, so anybody can win, anybody can lose. It's anything type of conference, I feel like.
I think it's very difficult. I think we have a lot of very good competitors. Cleveland State, I think, is going to be the toughest one, and I think that we need to focus on next week, which is Valpo, and I think we will do very well.
Taking a look at the Penguins' schedule, they hit the road this weekend as they travel to Valparaiso and Wright State before returning home to host Green Bay and Milwaukee. Best of luck to Sam, Heather, and the entire team.
Heading over to the links, both the men's and women's golf teams in action this past week. Monday, the men finished 10th out of 17 teams at the NKU Collegiate Classic. Big day for Jason McCown. The sophomore finished in the top 15 and had 6 birdies as well as 7 pars in the final round, finishing 1 under. Jason and the men will be back in action on October 3rd and 4th as they travel to Aurora, Ohio to participate in the Cleveland State Invitational. As for the women, they traveled to Oakland for the Golden Grizzly Invitational. The Penguins placed 3rd overall with a 2-round score of 653. Another strong outing for Reva Morris. The freshman carded a 155 over 2 rounds, finishing just 2 shots behind Oakland's Kylie Sullivan, good enough for 2nd overall. Solid outing for Caitlin Shutt as well. The freshman placed 9th overall after carding a 163. The women will be back in action next on October 10th and 11th as they host the Roseanne Schwartz Invitational. Good luck to Riva, Caitlin, and the entire team.
The 3-time defending Horizon League champions competed at the Akron Shootout this past weekend. YSU had singles and doubles contests against Akron, Siena, and Cleveland State over the course of the 3-day tournament. Dominika Lakova and Sofia Macias led the way over the weekend with a pair of singles wins. But all 6 Penguins who played single matches over the weekend won at least 1 match. Anna Stroh, Nahel Sani, and Elise Ekman were 3 Penguins who were in single victories against Siena on Sunday afternoon. On the double side, Lakova and Macias took on Akron's #1 doubles team, defeating the Zips 7-5. Now the Lady Penguins will next be in action on October 7th through the 9th at the Toledo Invitational.
Joining us now in studio, someone you're very all familiar with. He's a friend, a co-worker, a co-host, but I like to just call him Link. Lincoln Williams, everybody. My friend, how are you doing today?
What's going on, big guy? How are you?
I couldn't be any better. Unfortunately, I'm stuck sitting here with Mike instead of you, so that's, things could be better.
How's his hair?
His hair looks fantastic,
There you go.
I do have to say. But now, Link, the Penguin Pack. Tell us a little bit about this group and how exactly you came to be involved with them.
I came involved with the Penguin Pack. I was fortunate to be invited by people like Sean Meditz and Bryce Miner, Carly Bergdorf, and Michael Momus to be invited to this great elite club on campus. It's basically a student version of the Penguin Club, and we all love the Penguin Club, and this group allows students to sign up for the Penguin Pack and be a part of different special events that other students, regular students are not admitted to. So it's a great way to bring incentives to students.
Sure, and I think, Link, what I like most about the Penguin Pack is it is a very similar goal to us here at the Penguin Rundown. It's about creating that connection between the university, athletics, and with the students, most importantly. So how important do you think that is really for students to get involved with their university and be present on campus?
I think it's really important. I think that, people getting involved and doing different things is a great way to be a part of any university. You go to any other university and they have great elite groups on campus, and now we have another great elite group on campus. And this group isn't just about, joining a club. There's great incentives, like you can get into a raffle to go travel with the team for a game. There's different tailgates that we have. We have a huge tailgate every home game. It's down in the far corner, the lot below Taco Bell. So a lot of great things coming up with this group. This group is on the move, and I can't be happier more to be a part of it.
Fantastic. Well, Lincoln, as we know, we work very closely together, and as a result, the Penguin Pack and the Penguin Rundown, very close involved with each other. So if you follow the Penguin Rundown on Twitter, you can also find the Penguin Pack up there on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and really all the above. Link, my friend, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, sir. Your hair looks wonderful as well.
I appreciate
Not the tie,
that.
though.
I don't get that very often.
The tie's bad.
You're going to want to stay tuned to see which student organization we have on next week.
The football team may have been idle last week with the bye, but preparation for conference play has not stopped. Saturday, the Penguins will open Missouri Valley Football Conference slate of their schedule as they host the Coyotes of South Dakota. We last saw YSU put on a dominating performance versus Robert Morris. But one person who was missing from that 38-6 victory was Ricky Davis. The junior missed the Week 3 matchup with the Colonials due to an injury sustained versus West Virginia. Here's what Ricky had to say about his health in this week's upcoming matchup.
Yeah, I'm good. I would say I was 100% for the Robert Morris game. It was just kind of a precautionary thing to leave me out. But yeah, I feel I'm more than ready to go. A little rusty, but I had a really good day my first day out last week when we practiced during the bye week. So I think I picked up right where I left off, and I feel good. I mean, this is where our season begins. We're 2-1 right now. They're 1-2. You can't judge you can't use their record to judge how good of a team they are, because I've seen them play. They're a very good football team. They're well coached. They fly to the football. Their defense does, and these games this is where we got to step it up. Pedal to the metal. We got 8
Now we're going to take a closer look at this matchup by bringing my co-host John Schiraldi. John, this is a series the YSU has dominated. They've won all 4 times they've played South Dakota, but 2 games have been decided by 7 points or less. What jumps out to you with this matchup Saturday?
Well, it's important to first realize, Mike, getting into the Missouri Valley Football Conference part of your schedule, you have to understand every team's going to have that level of talent. They're going to have the playmakers there. Now it really comes down to the person coordinating that talent. For us, it's Bo Pelini. For South Dakota, it's head coach Bob Nielsen, who we know is very familiar with the Missouri Valley Conference, spent last year at Western Illinois and actually gave YSU a pretty good game last year at Western Illinois. But I think you take a look at their record, 1-2 heading into this game. I think a lot of the struggles that this South Dakota group has seen, whether it be on defense, giving up 48 points a game, on offense, 2 overtime games, and really having to claw back from almost being defeated. I think a lot of the struggles they've had in every phase of the ball game can be attributed to having a new coach and really trying to establish that new system, that new culture for the program.
I think one thing when you look at the South Dakota team, you talk about 3 guys, and that's their quarterback and their two running backs. Their quarterback, Chris Strevler, he's been unbelievable for them. Really, he was a Minnesota transfer who's coming over. He's now playing his first full season at quarterback. He leads the team in both rushing and passing. He has 347 yards on the ground and over 507 yards in the air and 9 touchdowns. This is a guy they like to get out in space, quick throws. He can run it as well. And you talk about their running backs. They got a big physical one in Trevor Boma. He has 284 yards rushing on the year and 1 touchdown. Then they bring in a sophomore. His name is Michael Frederick, who actually had his first career catch last season against YSU. He's a quick, explosive guy that they like to get in the open field and use that in their spread attack offense.
Sure, Mike, and you just talked about the offense. Head coach Bob Nielsen is really an offensive guru, a very creative offensive mind who focuses and emphasizes for his team to be a complete team, a complete offense. They need to move the ball around and get everyone involved. So you just touched on it. Although Strever leads in passing as well as rushing, this is a team that likes to move the ball around a lot, likes to get a variety of players involved. Back-to-back weeks now, they've had 3 different receivers catch a touchdown. So that's definitely something you want to keep an eye on if you're scheming against this team is look for them to move the ball around early and often.
I think when you're talking about this matchup, the big key for YSU this week is 1, going to be true to themselves, and 2, limit turnovers. As you said, South Dakota is a defense that's giving up 48 points per game. So if you give them opportunities with their offense to go in quick scores, that's going to hurt YSU this week, especially against a defense that's bend but don't break. So I think if you're YSU, get out in open space, limit turnovers, and I think you'll be 1-0 heading into week 2 of conference play.
I couldn't agree more, Mike, and you just touched on it. Big plays are the keys for this game. I mean, we've touched on it against West Virginia, and it holds true here. For YSU to be successful, and really for anybody to be successful Saturday, it comes down to limiting the big plays for the other team and in turn generating some for yourself. So, you know, there might be a little bit of some chemistry issues here with having Ricky Davis back. He's been out for a week, getting him back ingratiated into that offense. Hopefully they've gotten everything shored up in that bye week. And really, I look for that matchup specifically between the offensive line of South Dakota and the defensive front 7 of YSU. We talk about them every week with YSU, but really that's because it's one of the most important aspects for this Penguin group to be successful is for that front 7 to get pressure on this offense and really slow down a spread offense that we see likes to have a lot of plays, a high volume, high capacity, high speed offense. Very important for that Penguin defense to limit the big plays and shut them down.
Yeah, as you just saw in that graphic, some numbers from YSU's offense. They've played extremely well, especially led by the starting quarterback Ricky Davis. So fantastic stuff. We'll now take a look at head coach Bo Pelini and his thoughts on this week's game.
You know, a couple guys out of the lineup versus Robert Morris 2 weeks ago. What's the health status of this team?
I think we expect to be pretty healthy going into this game. You know, we have Ricky Davis back, Jody Webb back, Brock Eisenhuth will be available, and you know he's close to being full speed. So it's been a good week for us. You know, Eric Thompson's back, so pretty healthy going in.
Not exactly thrilled with how the team performed versus Robert Morris. What was really the focus for your staff during this bye week and in practice?
Well, I thought we played well against Robert Morris. We didn't play real consistent at times. You know, that's the whole thing. As you move through the year, we just want to be more consistent, more, you know, just keep playing higher. You know, playing with better detail. And if we, you know, you prepare that way, you'll play that way, and it's a constant process to keep pushing to get better. And our guys understand that, and I think we're making progress in that area, but as a coach, you can never be that. I don't know if you're ever going to reach the point where you want it to be.
Sure, Coach.
For more in-depth coverage on Saturday's game, as well as the full interview with head coach Bo Pelini, be sure to check out the Penguin kickoff on the video board just 90 minutes prior to kickoff. And just a reminder, Saturday's game will also be State Farm's Kids Day, as well as the YSU Hall of Fame game. So bring the kids out and down to YSU and to watch Marcus Mason get enshrined, as well as others into the Penguin Hall of Fame. Kickoff against South Dakota is set for 4 p.m. Now it's that time of the week, John, and we have the Penguin Play of the Week. Last week, I believe it was Kevin Rader who caught a touchdown pass from Trent Hosick. This week, you'll see who it is. I believe we're going to watch some volleyball highlights, as I believe Sam Brown, you see right here, she's going to get a nice set from Val Jeffrey. And
Odin's beard!
Sam Brown kills it down the left line. A fantastic kill for her. She played
vicious spike right there.
She played extremely well all weekend. You're not Ron Burgundy, so please stop that.
It was a natural reaction to that vicious spike by Sam Brown.
You know what? First off, I want to say thing. People might think we don't like each other, but actually we really do.
I don't like you. I can't make that more abundantly clear. I can't stand
He's joking, everyone. He's joking.
Oh, I'm kidding. But that about does it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, be sure to check out YSUSports.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm John Schiraldi.
And I'm Mike Yurstowski. Thanks for tuning in, Penguin Nation.